Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So glad that you come back to see me, and if you're the first time seeing my video, I hope you come back as well. And let me show you what I have going on right now. This is a 24 by 36 inch canvas, and as you see I have divided here with some blue tape, and this is a series that I want to start with just showing you how to do some simple skies. I have divided in 4 different areas, so it'll be 4 different skies that I will be doing for you in this video, and my next video will be on mountains, and the next video will be on trees and bushes and grass and things like that. But for this particular video, I will be doing skies. And let's see here. What I have up here now is a color of sky blue color, and I have white. I have white more down here than I have up here at the top, because when you're doing skies, you want the top of your sky to be darker than what the bottom of your sky is. That will show distance in skies, and that's basically what the secret is, and how to keep your distance in your skies. Have your dark color on top of your sky and your lighter color down here at the bottom. And I would just like to spray that down with a little bit of water. Let's get going here before this paint dries. Now you come up here. This is the way I do my skies. You might find your own way of doing it. Other people do many different ways to do skies, and this is the way I do it. I just come up here and just go right here, because this way I found that I have a lot of action in my sky if I do it this way, instead of like doing X's and other things. I have done that type also. Here's some color that dried on me already. And just come right down here and just scrub it in wherever. I just found that if you're doing your crisscrosses and painting like that, it tends to leave just one shade, especially in acrylic. And oil, you can get away with it. It seems like for me that it has just one color. And I'm going to dip my brush in a little bit more of this blue here, and come back up here. And whatever it takes, now I'm going to dip my brush into some phthalo blue. It's a little darker blue than the sky blue, and I want to come right up in here and put some of this dark color in, a darker blue, and just scrub it right on in wherever you want it. Actually, what I want to do, I'm just going to get you some dark blue and just put it up here like this, just the way I did it before. I found that again, this is a better way of what I was doing, was putting it on the brush. It just seemed like it wasn't getting it done, and this right here, it just seems like it works a little bit better for me if you put it already on the canvas and then scrub it in with your brush. Alright, I got that. Now you can come up with a clean brush. I just want to dip it in just a little bit of water. And always work from your bottom up. Because if you work from your top of your sky with your dark color and you work down, you're going to bring some of that dark color into your light color, and you don't want that. and just work. And just blend this right on in, and just keep it working your way up. Do not overdo this procedure here. You still want to leave some dark areas, some light areas. Just like that. And then step back a few feet and look at it, see if where you're wanting it. And there is a very simple way of doing some skies. And you can just leave it like that, and it'll be all right. So now what I'm going to do, see what this series is. Like I said, it's going to be skies, and I'm going to do the very basic, simple skies that you can do, and eventually, and I'll work out different, more difficult skies, and go from there. So this is about the basic you can get. This, all you're doing is putting in some blue. Really, I put in phthalo blue, sky blue, and white. And again, more white down here because you want the bottom part of this your sky to be lighter than your dark. And alright, so now what I'll do. Alright guys, I'm back. Wanted to just take a little time to clean off my brushes and all, and I didn't want to bore you guys with that. But now what I want to do, I think I'm just grab my palette. Here's my palette. And again, let me show you this right here. I do have some Reynolds, what do you call it, clean wrap on this. It seems to work pretty good. So when I get done, I can just take this, throw it in the trash, no problem. I don't have to worry about cleaning it up. Now I'm going to put some clouds in here. Put that back down. And come right up here, wherever you want to go with this. Let's see here. And that's pretty dry enough. Now, when you're doing your skies, kind of like it's dry. You don't want to dry, you know, they want to dry in a few minutes. But if it was still wet, let's say, and I took this white paint, and put it up here, some of that blue will come off, and I will be continuously cleaning out my brush. But since it's dry, I should be okay. Now, I want to make the most simplest looking clouds, and yeah, I could just use this brush. And there's many different clouds out there. We all know that. What the names of them are, I don't have a clue. I just do clouds. If you want to give them names, that's fine by me. Go ahead. And what you want to do is just come up here and just make a little stringy little clouds if you want. Just tap. Just keep tapping. And there's your cloud. You want to take a brush and kind of, right here at the bottom, just kind of blend that out. Right at the very bottom of the cloud. This is how you can get some form and distance and also into your cloud. Leaving the top the way it is. And if you know, go down the road looking up at the sky, and you see some clouds, look at them, and yeah, the very bottom are softer looking, just like it's blended out, than the top. And that is just a very simple way of making clouds. And you can also, you know, I did it on this brush right here. This is a filbert brush. Now you can even make clouds. You get it right. I guess that would do it with a fan brush also. And you can do the same type of clouds with these little stringy clouds. Let's go right below this one. And when you're doing a cloud, you want to put a cloud in front of another cloud. Do your first cloud first cloud first, say that. And then come right below it and put in your other cloud. And that's how you put clouds in front of clouds. Because this part that you blended out, that is your separator. And you come right in here and put it in another stringy looking cloud. And all I'm doing here, guys, is just tapping. Anybody, and I mean anybody can do this tapping. I mean, if you got a hand, you got fingers on your hand, you can do this. No problem. Again, take a brush and just blend out the bottom of this cloud here. And now, you don't want the cloud to get dry on you. As soon as you do a cloud, blend it, because it will dry on you. This is not oil, this is acrylic. Keep that in mind, there's a difference. Oil, you can put a cloud in with oil paint, come back the next day and blend it. Alright, that's a very simple way of doing some clouds. And let's come over here. Now I'll do a little fluffy cloud right over here. All this air is going to be cloud. And come up here somewhere, and all you're doing is moving your brush around in circles. And let's say it comes right over here like that. And like I said before in my other video, I'm doing this all by what's in my mind. These are my thoughts on canvas. I'm not looking at clouds. I don't have no reference I'm looking at. I don't have no picture. I don't have nothing. Just what's in my mind to paint, and that's the way I paint. And let's come again right here and just blend this out at the very bottom. Okay. We're just reloading the brush here. If you want another cloud, another thing, guys, is when you're doing your clouds, you see all this work you've done when you put in the blue. Don't cover up all your hard work, all right? Leave your blue. Just don't have all this right here in clouds. I guess you can if that's what you want. But, you know, you're covering up all your blue. And, you know, to me, I like to leave some blue in my sky. I guess that's a preference. So you do it the way you want to do it. Another cloud here. When you're doing these fluffy clouds, make sure you keep your brush moving. There's that one. That's the most important thing when you're doing your fluffy clouds. Because if you stay, let me show you what happens. I'm going to do this on purpose. I hope you can see this. I'm going to come up here to a clean spot right here, and look what happens when you don't move your brush and it stays in one spot. And all it is just one little spot right here. And you realize that and you know you made a mistake. No big problem. In painting, just about any mistake that you make, as long as you catch it in time, that's the key. You got to catch it in time. As long as you catch it, you know, you can go ahead and fix it. And all you need is just a little add. Just add something to it. Right here. See how I just changed that cloud? Come right up here again. Blend that right on out. And there it is. And you can just keep going. You just keep going and going and going, and until you have your whole paint covered in skies, and which is a good way to practice. Now I'm going to come over here and do another sky for you, but I got to get everything set up, so I'll be right back in a minute. Alright guys, I'm right back. And what I got over here, again, I had to readjust my camera. What I got here going, and I got some Prussian blue this time, the darker area is Prussian blue, and I got a little sky blue here. What I'm doing now is making sure that the top part of the sky again is darker, because the Prussian blue is way a lot darker than the sky blue here. And let's see where this goes. I'm going to get my brush into some water here. And I think I might go ahead and, just to make sure this is going to be light, I'm going to have me some white down here. There we go. Brush this so slightly in some water. I've already sprayed it down with some water also. So there we go. Again, come up here and just hit it. See how much darker it is? This Prussian blue. This is a good color when you are doing some night skies, nice moon lit type skies. Now I'm getting down here to some lighter color, and I'm going to go ahead and clean off my brush. Alright, I'm back, just cleaned off my brush. Because I had a lot of blue, dark blue, that Prussian blue in my brush. Come down here, it probably would not, because that blue, that dark blue would just eat up this light blue. Let's see what we're doing here. Again, coming down here, leaving some areas open. Hitting some of that white now. And something like that. I'll come get a clean brush. Again, working from the bottom, coming up. And just you want to blend this in. Again, don't overwork this. Straight up into the blue. These lighter areas that you had left open, they'll remain just a little lighter. Use that to your advantage. I will have to say oil paint does a little bit better job. And now you can take your same brush, you can go across and remove just your, your brush strokes. And that looks all right. Come back in here. little, and there. Now let me go ahead and I'll clean out my brushes again. I'll be right back. Alright, let's continuing on here. Let me see. That's a little tacky. What I found, I don't know if I really am doing this right or not, but when I get to an area where I need to clean my brushes off or doing something, what I'm doing now is just pausing this video and doing it and coming back. And in a way, it's kind of I'm editing my own video that way, because I am leaving out a good bit of junk that you really don't need to see. You're just cleaning my brushes and all. Alright, let's go ahead. Maybe that's be a good idea. I don't know if that's good or not, but it seems to work okay for me. And it might be a good idea for you if you want to do your videos. When you're coming across the area, you don't really need to video, pause it, and then come right back to it. Alright, here we go. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to do some more clouds here. And big old fluffy clouds. Come up here and just really get into this one. I told you this is going to be a big one. Now get your brush. Again, I'm right here at the very bottom. Wherever you want it to blend at. And I'll go ahead and use this little fan brush again. Now these fan brushes are alright. It all depends on what kind of clouds you want to make. And these little fan brushes do really good small, detailed, very sharp looking clouds. I'll do one right here for you and just go around and around. And they're very, I don't know, what do you call it, crisp looking clouds. Come right back here and get some and go right on top. And you can just blend that out just using the same brush even. Something like that right there. And right here where you blended this cloud out, right? Maybe right here's another cloud. You can put another one right here, coming all the way down. Clouds, in my opinion, is probably one of the most, if not the most, freest things in nature. What I mean by free is that you can come back and take a picture of a cloud, then take a picture in the same area, or a rock or a bush or a tree, and then come back, I don't know, 15 minutes later and look at the rock is still there, the bush is still there, it ain't moved, the tree of course is still there. But if you look at the cloud could be gone, it could be turned into a big cloud, or it could have broke up into little bitty small clouds, because the clouds just go wherever they want to go. And that's why I say they're the most freest clouds there is. Alright, I think I'm going to leave that one here alone. And I'm going to come down here next and do another one. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. And right here, I'm going to do a little something for you. I'm going to show you how you can make stormy clouds. You know, maybe there's a storm coming in, And this is the way I do it. Again, all I have up here is sky blue color up here. Again, hit it everywhere. Back up here with some, just to blend this out. So I just wanted some color up here, put some blue color, and grab back. Ready? Here we go. Give me another brush here. And what I'm going to do, like I said before, I'm going to make some stormy clouds. And this is the way I do it. I'm just getting me some darker blue paint than what I had here. And that's still a little bit wet. Alright. But we'll have to work with that. And this is what I'm doing here. This will be Prussian blue. This is sky blue. This is Prussian blue. What you want to do is you want to, when you're making your storm clouds, storm clouds have a little darker color in them instead of just all white up here. Storm clouds have a little darkness to it, or whatever, however you want to say it. So you come right here. Let's see right here, and just make the swirl little marks. Storm cloud here. And just maybe another one right here. Just a brewing. Again, you want to take your brush, and for me, I like to take my brush when I'm doing this, is to go ahead and lighten this up some, blend it in pretty good. Something like that. Make sure you don't blend it in so well that it just goes away. You don't want that. Now take your brush and get you some white paint. What you want to do is go right on top of that dark color you have here. Go right on top of it. Again, make your little swirls. Right in here. Over here, just do this one here. Probably even be a good idea just to mix in a little black in your clouds also. That would be nice. And just take your brush and just fan this out here, blend it. Again, do not overdo this because you will end up blending your whole entire sky where you just don't, well, you just have one flat color and you don't want that. I'll give me another brush here. Yeah. And I'm going to come right here again come right here where you have blended it out. You can put yourself another storm cloud coming. Another one right here. And maybe these two connect somehow or another. Something like that. Come down. Get you some white paint. I almost forgot to blend this. Appreciate you reminding me. We all have to work together here, right? Here we go. Again, right above. Move that brush around. And come right here where it's connecting. Just wherever, again, I always say, practice what this technique. However, come up with your own way of doing it, but just practice. I said it before, I've been painting 13, 14 years and I'm still learning. And this is just a hobby that I have taken up, that I took up. I don't do this for no living or nothing. It's just fun to me. And again, I forgot to put the dark color in. Now I would like to add this here, is that when I'm doing these videos, I'm pretty much alone doing them. I don't have no somebody working the camera. What do you call a cameraman? So whatever, I just hope you can see it. I don't have anyone working it. Right here, come out here. Maybe this is a little bitty one floating here. Something like that. Now what you can do, you get down here to the bottom, usually top of the sky, and you're working down towards the horizon. We all know what that is, right? Horizon line where the sky meets the land. And as you're getting lower and lower, your clouds should become smaller and smaller, because that will show distance into your painting. So just something like that, something like this here, wherever, however, here and there, mainly there, right? And these ones way down here at the bottom, you don't even need no white on them, really. Come back with some paint. Yeah, almost forgot again. How you go? They're already starting to dry on me already. I have not got used to this drying time yet. Using acrylic paints. But you can use it to your advantage, though, if you know what you're doing. Evidently, I don't know what I'm doing yet, and I'm learning. Some more white paint, just right on top of the cloud, on top of the blue. However you want to do it. Here I'm just doing some up strokes, just blending it in. Seems to be working all right. That might be a new way I might do. right there, leave them alone. And come right here, brush again, blend this in. Again, while I'm doing this in acrylic, is that I'm out here in my building, out here in my yard. Oil paint has a bit of an odor to it, and you know, I didn't want to feel like breathing all that in this confined space I'm in, so I decided to start using acrylic, and that's why I'm doing acrylic. You know, I normally do my oil painting outside on my front porch, plenty of ventilation, but since I'm inside this building here, I'm doing acrylic. Alright, well, I'm going to leave that alone, and that's a good way to do some nice stormy clouds. Put in your dark color, blend it out, and then come back with your white, because if you put in your dark color and then your white and you start blending, that blue will just eat up your white, so it won't blend as well to me. So that's what I do anyway. Put in your dark color blue and then blend it all out, and then come back with your white on top and blend that out, and you're in business. Alright, we're going to go to this square over here, and this little painting section, and I will be right back. Alright guys, here we go again. And now what I'm going to do here is going to show you how to do a sky with no clouds in it. And all I'm using is the Prussian blue up here. I'm using all three blues I got. Prussian blue up here, then down here I am using the phthalo blue, and down here at the very bottom, of course, what is the rule? The lighter the better, the phthalo blue. And now I'm going to dip it in the brush into some water here, just a little, and come right on up here. And this time we work from the bottom up. And just come right at the beginning of this sky here. What I say was I'm going to put no white clouds in it. And this is what you do here. And you can come right here and come right over here. This is just a fan brush that I'm using. These fan brushes does a pretty good job of making these little stringy clouds. Just like that. Maybe one up here. Maybe do this one all the way down here. Come all the way across. Something like that. Just fade and blend this cloud out some. You know, this is I'm not going to worry too much, a whole lot about covering all this up. I just wanted to give you an example of how to do these skies. And so I'm not too worried about covering the whole thing up. That brush down for a second. Blending that a little bit better. Yeah. There we go. Your clouds should be really soft looking clouds. Sometimes I see clouds that look so hard that, you know, it'll take out an airplane. And you don't want that. Make them so soft, you know, a little bird can fly right through it. And that's the whole idea about doing a cloud. is that when you do it, come back and fan it out some. I'll say fan it out, blend it out, however you want to say it. I need this to be dry here. I'm just playing around here. While this is drying, but this is the way that I paint. And you might find a different way of painting clouds. You know, that's great. Find your, no problem finding your own way of painting. That's the way I did. And I don't see no big deal with it if you, find your own way of, how to paint clouds or paint anything. And let's see here. That's all right. Now what I'm going to do is put a sun right around in this little area right up in here. And all you need is to get some white on your brush, wherever you want it at, and all you want is like a little glow right above that cloud. Right there. Come right below this cloud, right around here. Just put a nice little glow. It's almost like where the sun is. And it's hanging right behind that cloud. You can actually, let me get some more white. Be right back with you. There we go, here we go. Coming right back with you. And you can come right up here with these, the clouds that you put in, and just put a little line right up under it. It's like that sun is coming up and hitting them. You can do this one right here. Come right up here. Something like that. You can use another brush to blend it out if they're a little bit too dark or too bright. And this right here kind of breaks up that line. What I mean by that is, what it does, if you just left it in there, it looks like one solid straight line. You don't want that. Your objective here is that you want to just put a nice little glow into your painting. And you can come right here. Maybe do that. And all I'm doing is just skipping along. Fade that in, blend that out. Now you got some nice evening type sky. And you can just keep going on and on with this here. You can even come right up here. Something like that. Come right back in and blend these out. Again, you just want a nice little soft blow. And I think you got the point. You can just keep going and going and going with this. So you got the point here that I use 3 different colors here. I'm about to run out of time, so the Prussian blue, Phthalo blue, and the sky blue. Maybe the Prussian blue is a little bit too dark. It probably is. Or maybe just I came down with it too far. Maybe I just could have came up with just a little higher up with it. Whatever, tweak it a little bit. Play around with this here. Play around with all of it. The more time you practice, the better off you are. And another thing, guys, is that when you're just starting out painting, your paintings might not be, as good as you want it to be. Nobody is. I don't care who you are. Rembrandt, Monet, whatever his name is. I don't know. All these guys, they had to practice, painting, and that's what you need to do. To practice painting. I've been doing it 13 years or so, and I'm still working out some kinks here and there, and I'm still learning, like I said. So give yourself a chance, and if you are just starting out painting, give yourself a chance at doing this, and you'll be amazed. I still am. When I get done with a painting, I still can't believe that I did that, and you will too. You won't be able to believe it. Your friends won't be. Family members. You painted that, and yeah. So I'm going to leave you at that. And my next video will be on mountains, so come back and see me, and I'll show you how to do some mountains. I'll be using the same canvas, putting some mountains up in here. I don't know exactly what I'll be doing here, but I'll be doing something, maybe a nice mountain right down here or something, or whatever. And the only thing I can say about mountains is that if you don't like mountains, if you don't want to paint mountains in your paintings, don't do it, right? Just don't do it. But if you don't want to paint mountains because you're afraid to, or you think you can't, come back and see me, okay, in my next video, and I'll show you my way of painting mountains. It's a very easy way of painting mountains. So on that, I'll leave you guys alone. Practice your skies. Keep doing it over and over again, and come back and see me. Until next time, guys, you take care of yourselves. Come back, and again, I was gonna say, subscribe to my channel, pass it along, view it, do all that good stuff. Okay, take care, guys.